Okay, so you're going to want to loosen your throttle assembly so you can get it on the handlebar. Okay. It's already kind of dirty. What's up with that? Looks like some powdery stuff on it. Interesting to note, there is a... No, it's plastic. Huh. Yeah, it's plastic. It's plastic. It's all plastic. Plastic throttle. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're going to go install our electronic throttle. It's going to go like this. Oof, tight fit. Okay. You can install it any way you want. I think I'm going to install it. I think my other cable was the other. It went the other way, huh? Yeah, I think we're just going to do kind of like this way. So I'm just going to install it how I did the other side, okay? It's your preference. My bike is falling. It's your preference how you want to orientate this, okay? You can have it on the bottom. I would say maybe just put it on the top here. Maybe straight like that. But I prefer, the way it was before was like this, so I'm just going to install it like this. That being said, the wires, the screws are this way. Okay. Well, let's just do it. Let's do it with the Sauron logo facing up. How about that? Okay. I don't think it's going to get damaged or anything. So. I may have to adjust this later. I might have to move the brake lever in or out, depending on where the end of your handlebar is. Okay. So I think I'm going to install it like this. Okay. Just going to tighten it on the other end for now. I may move it later, I'm not sure, but okay, so that should be good. Okay, and my bike wants to fall down. All right, and then the next thing to do is to route this guy. Okay, so all you got to do is route the cable to where it was before, okay? So do your best to just, you know, put it the way it was before. I don't think you're going to be able to get it the way you did before because it won't fit into some of those. You're just going to have to run it by itself is what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to run it behind a number plate here. Just do your best. There's not a lot of room to fish it between the forks, I'll tell you that now. So kind of give you an idea what I'm working with here. So I've fished it through here and down behind a number plate, and then I'm trying to get it between the fork leg right now. Okay? Just try not to get it too tangled up. There should be enough wire, and my bike has way more wires than a stock Sauron. Okay, so if you guys are wondering why has he got so many wires on his bike, okay, I'm just gonna run this right by here, and if you feel you need to zip tie it to another wire, then do so. Like we're gonna be running it next to this other wire right here behind the controller. Okay, so I would zip tie it to that wire. That's a brake line wire, by the way. Okay. So that looks good. Yeah. So I probably Hazemenga will do the lazy thing, and I will zip tie it to this little thing here to keep it, thing. And I'm gonna run it along here. This is my freaking harness cable for the XT. Let's put it behind here. But you get it. Just route it and make it look pretty, okay? Okay, and it was going behind this cover before, so try to put it in there. Ooh, barely fits. You may have to loosen this. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna loosen this little cowl here just a little bit, so we can get the wire tucked back there. This one actually holds the wire in, so. Okay, there you go. I might want to just pry it with the screwdriver. Okay, there we go, I got it in. Nice. Okay, and then it's in there, all right? And then all we have to do is connect it. Okay, let me go tighten this again. So you may have to loosen this here to get it in. Okay, all right, and then we just gotta put it back into the harness. Okay, so I'm just gonna get on the ground and plug it in. But I'm gonna just kind of show you what's going on here, okay? So the wire is right here, so you probably want to run it the same way the throttle box was, and that was over the throttle cables here, okay? You got a lot of extra wire, man. Okay, and then find where the cable is, or the connector is. I think it's this one right here. Oh, there's two in here. Oh yeah, there are two. Make sure you don't plug it into the wrong one. I think it's this one right here. Okay. You can't plug it into the wrong one because the connectors are different. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and snap this right here. But I think I need to have like two hands to do it. Okay. So make sure this is where the latch is, okay? So it's kind of like that. Okay, I kind of need two hands to do this, so I'm going to put the camera down. But basically, just get that connected there. All right. Okay, I got it in there. I just need to push it until it clicks. Is it already in there? Oh, there we go. Okay, I felt it click, so. Okay. All right, and then probably you want to push some of this extra wire up in there. Just some of it. Okay, and then put a zip tie around this shroud here, okay? But before we do that, let's go see if the bike runs. Okay, here we go. It's the moment of truth. Is it going to work? So, if you have a side stand safety switch, you won't be able to do this. I'm going to turn it on. Hopefully the bike doesn't just start taking off. Okay, good. I'm going to tilt it on its side, so the rear wheel is in the air. It's leaning on the side stand right now, and I'm going to give it a little throttle. Ooh, it works. Yowzas. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we did our little test that everything's connected properly. We just gonna all we gotta do is just put the bike back together. Okay. Oh yeah, and I have to install the new grip, so I'll show you how to do that real quick too. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna zip tie that little shroud thingy for the connectors and stuff, and then I'm gonna tidy up the wires with some zip ties, and then we'll go install the new grip. Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay, so what I did is I put a zip tie around a little booty here, shoved it back in there. This is what's left of the wire here, so it is a lot cleaner. There's no box under there anymore now. It's just the wire just hanging out. Okay, so the wire connects in there, okay, and it goes up here, and then it goes up behind the cowl here. Okay, and I kind of show you don't want any wires sticking out from the side of your bike, because if you're riding on the side of the trail, a branch can come in and just pull that sucker out, and then you won't have a throttle or brake or whatever, you know. So I try to tuck it in behind the frame here. So I'm sticking it back here. I don't remember what it looks like with the BAC with the X controller out there, but just try your best to route it back in there. Okay, so I'm trying to just tuck all these wires up in here. I zip tied it here, and I zip tied it here on this little loop thing here. Okay, and then the rest just goes up there. And just make sure you got enough slack for the cable. Okay. All right, so okay, now the last part is to so we're done with all this stuff down here. I think I'm gonna go put the skid plate back on. Okay. All right. Okay, nothing too difficult. Just put your skid plate back on. All right. Okay, so the last thing to do is to install the grip. So it's dependent on, you know, your grip is going to be different than mine. Hayes Mega uses spider grips, and it depends if you have handguards or not. So my bike has handguards, so I got to cut the end off of this, unfortunately. Okay, just a little spider logo. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to get a saw, and I'm going to cut the end off of this, and then we're going to shove it on there, and then we'll be done. All right, let's go. Okay, I went and cut the end off. There's the end right there. I used a saw and I used a nipper to kind of clean it up a little bit. Just try your best. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is gonna get a spray bottle and we're gonna go install this guy. Okay, so so it just so happens that the way I had the other throttle, the other Sur-Ron throttle, this fits perfectly. The spacing is perfect, so I don't have to mess around with the position of the brake lever at all. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. It's perfect. It's like right at the end. I might want to move it back a little bit if it interferes when we install the handguards. Okay, but first let's go install this guy. I have to say, man, Sur-Ron, they built this thing to like exact specifications. Hopefully water wasn't messed the throttle up, by the way. And spring throttle water on my throttle, on the throttle box now. Okay, so there is on this grip, this specific grip, it says here up and right. So this is the right grip, and we want to install it with this part up right here, okay? I just sprayed it with water. Hopefully it'll install nicely. Okay. Might want to install some, if you're having some trouble, try soapy water. Soapy water will be even slickier, but I just use regular water. And no problem. Okay, so the grip was a little bit too small. I'm not gonna lie, the grip was a little bit too small, so I pulled it back out a little bit. But you don't want the rubber part to touch the handguard. Okay, it is very smooth. Also, by the way, it is very smooth and very light. So Hayes Mega was complimenting how easy it is to twist the throttle on the Sur-Ron with the old throttle. Well, this one is even easier and lighter than the other one. I can tell you that now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put our, you know what? I forgot something. Ta-da! All right, we're gonna install this Metal Militia grip donut. Okay, those of you that do some hardcore dirt biking and enduro stuff with your bike, these will help you not get blisters. Okay, so okay, I wish it was a little bit bigger, just a little bit, but it should work. Okay, put that on there, and then we're going to go ahead and okay, so we're going to go ahead and move this in. I moved the brake lever in a little bit. Now we're going to move the throttle. Man, they're different. Okay, it's 5 millimeters for the brake lever, and it's 4 millimeters for the throttle. How annoying. You just use the same size, man. Use 2 different levers. Okay, so I'm going to push this back. And it's loose enough. Okay. I think that's good. I'm going to tighten it again. Don't tighten it too tight. You might strip it. Okay. Oh, what the? Still not smooth. Okay, so that leads me to believe, man, it was fine before. What happened? What happened here? I don't know. Okay. All right, anyway, just get it so the throttle moves smoothly. So right now, the throttle's stuck. Okay, the throttle's stuck open. So, wow, it's a quarter turn throttle. It's a quick throttle. Damn. Okay, so I'm having a problem here where when I tighten the bolt here, it's not actually the distance. It's the actual. I guess it's the little thingamajigger here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shim, or not shim, but I'm gonna file the throttle until it doesn't touch this as much anymore. Okay. Because like, watch this. So if I tighten it, throttle gets stuck. If I loosen it, watch it snap open. Boom. See? Okay. So there's something interfering with something. Okay. So I think it's the mount for my handguards. Okay. So not everybody's gonna have this problem because not everybody has handguards. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. It's a little tougher install than I thought it would be. Oh, damn it, that thing keeps on just falling down. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this throttle off a little bit, pull it off just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go file the inside of this, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go get a Dremel sanding drum, and we're going to go open this up a little bit. Go ahead and push this back in. Tighten this. Put our handguard back on. Damn, dude. Maybe we just need to move it back more. Let's try moving it back more. I don't want to move it back more, but okay. And that's definitely not touching. Okay. So what I want to do, tighten this. Okay. Okay, so if I push it out too far, it doesn't thing. So I'm gonna have to push this back. Or I could shorten it also. That's what I could do. So keep on pushing it to the edge until it's good to go. Okay, so I think that's good right there. Okay. So right there it snaps back pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this guy. Okay, make sure I tighten my brake lever. Okay, and there you go. Oh man, is it so light, dude. It's so light. Holy crap. This is going to take some getting used to. Okay, there it is. Fully installed. That's it. So what you're going to want to do is, you know what? I was thinking like, hey, you know, if you move the handlebar, if you move the handlebar, it might pull on the cable. There's no cable for it to pull. So that's also one of the nice things about this. If your cable gets pulled or caught on something, it's not gonna activate the throttle. Okay, but yeah, just make sure when you turn the handlebars, there's enough slack in the cable. Okay, so I'm probably gonna zip tie this to something. I'm probably gonna zip tie this to the handlebar right here. Okay, so it's gonna be moving around like that. Okay, but there it is. Okay, we'll do one more test. Fire the bike up. Put the bike on its center side stand. Okay, give it a little throttle. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it is really touchy. Okay, so man, Hazelbigger was kind of complaining. There's so much power the BAC 4000. It's gonna come on even quicker now. Damn. Okay. So I can tell you this. It's much lighter. Okay. The throttle is way lighter than the cable throttle. Okay. So if you are one of those peeps that likes a light throttle, then yeah, this is for you. All right, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. That is how to convert your semi-mechanical / electronic throttle, the older style Sauron throttle, to the newer style that's fully electric. Okay. So I can already tell you now the differences is that the throttle is much lighter. This is really light throttle compared to the other one. Also, I feel like it opens up to full throttle much faster. It's like a quarter turn throttle, basically. So this is the top right here, right? Yeah. So there's a little line right here on the top. Yeah, it's a less than quarter turn throttle. it's less than a quarter turn. Okay, so that's a really fast throttle. That's why I think a lot of people are saying, hey, it's too touchy, you know. But Hades Omega is going to try this out for a while, and then if I like the other style better, to tell you the truth, Hades Omega was already pretty happy with the other one. You know, I just wanted to shoot a video on this one and then show it to you guys that you can convert your older throttle to the newer style throttle. Or for those of you that with the newer throttle, this is how you replace it. Okay, yeah. So just do your best to try to get to the wire. Routing all the wiring, that's the hardest part of this. Okay, everything else is pretty easy. All right, and one more thing. I'll show you one more thing. Okay, so after you're done with the converting your throttle, you should have your throttle assembly, your old throttle assembly with the cable. Okay. And then you should have your throttle box right here. Okay. And then the 2 screws that held it in. Okay. Like I mentioned, if you wanted to keep the throttle box in there, you could. You could keep the throttle box in there. I would put some electrical tape around the connector so dirt doesn't get in there. But you could leave it in there if you wanted to. Okay. I think there's still plenty of room, but if you want a cleaner install, take it out. Okay. And if you take it out, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to have this throttle here, and then you're going to have the screws here. Okay, so depending on which one Hades Omega, if Hades Omega likes that other one better, I'll keep that one on there. If not, I can put this back on. Okay, so one thing I should probably do is replace the cable. It's probably getting a little old. Yeah, so that's one of the good things about the new one is that you don't have to worry about this cable stretching or fraying or breaking or anything. That's one part of the equation that cannot go wrong. Okay, but something could still happen to the cable, you know. So that's why you got to make sure you tuck the cable into the bike nicely, so you know it doesn't get snagged on anything and ripped out. Okay. All right, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope you found it informative. You can get these throttles from Lunicycle for $36. You can probably get them at other Sauron sellers also. So, all right, thanks for watching. Here's me out. Hope you learned something. All right, here's me here. So I learned something about this throttle just now. Okay, when I took it out for a test ride, and I'm gonna learn you guys. I'm gonna show you guys. Because Hades Omega just learned something. Okay. So sorry, darkness has fallen upon us, but that's why I have Mr. Headlight here. Okay. Let me turn it off before the bike just takes off. All right, so I just took it out for a test ride, and I found out my front brake doesn't work anymore. So what I had to do was I had to rotate the throttle housing. So there's a flat spot on a throttle housing. See this flat spot here? Okay, so I was wondering, what is that flat spot there for? I thought it's just there for no reason. But that's there so the throttle doesn't interfere. So the brake lever doesn't interfere with the throttle. That's why they put this flat spot here, okay? So you need to adjust this. You need to rotate it enough so this flat spot lines up with this, okay? You cannot adjust where you want the throttle. The throttle has to be in this position, okay, with the Suron logo facing back, okay? And the throttle cable is on the bottom here, okay? So that you have to install it that way, unless, I don't know, you modified your brakes, or if you want to move your brake lever inward so it doesn't interfere with the housing, okay? But you have to install it so the Suron logo is facing back, okay, and the flat spot is in the front, okay? That way it will not interfere with your house. So see here, it's you can see those marks there. That's where it was touching, okay? So now it doesn't touch. So you can move this anywhere you want. So I have it all the way tucked up right against the throttle housing, okay? That's the way it has to be installed, okay? That, or you can move this all the way back here, and then you can have this any way you want. So that's one. I see that's one of the drawbacks. Yeah, I see that's one of the drawbacks of that setup compared to this one. Is this one you can almost install it any way you want, okay? I was able to rotate this on the handlebar whatever way I wanted. I had the cable like going up like this and down. This one is all the way down, okay? So there you go. That's just some things that I've just learned right now. You have to have the Suron logo facing back with the flat part in the front, so your brake lever will not interfere with the throttle housing, okay? So that's an extra note right there that I just found out right now. All right, okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned something. He's a Mig out.